Hey there folks, and welcome back for another Favorites of 2016 list. And this time I'm going to do shaving brushes. I'm going to give you 7. And the reason I'm going to give you 7 is because that's all I own. These are the only brushes that I use, and therefore they're my favorite. That said, I have ordered one from Italian Barber, so we'll see how that goes in 2017. But these are my absolute favorites and the only brushes that I own. So let's start with our first pick, which is, grabbing at random, RazoRock Big Bruce. This brush might have been the best value of 2016, hands down. It was about, I don't know, I want to say between 10 and 12 bucks. Big old knot, Plasoft type fiber. The handle on this really surprised me because I did not think I would like it, just to look at. But it fits the hand beautifully. It's just really comfortable to use. The knot is super soft with that Plasoft type fiber. Excellent, excellent brush. RazoRock Big Bruce on my list favorites of 2016. And next up, we have a brush that was a gift that was sent to me by a gentleman named Tim Berger. This was a Plasan type knot that was put in a Rudy Vay handle. This is wood, and I don't know if you can see there in the end, but it says Brush of the Gods TSC. And I love this brush. It is maybe my favorite brush. Just, I don't know if it's sentimental value or what, but it's so beautiful and absolutely superb. Rudy Vay is an absolute magician when it comes to crafting these brushes. Thank you again, Tim Berger, for this wonderful gift. My Rudy Vay Plasan on my list 2016. Next up is the only Plasan branded full brush that I still own, and I kept this one just because I liked the color so much. This ran about 80 some dollars. Got it from Plasan from France, and just to give you a comparison, folks, this guy was 80 bucks. This guy was like between 10 and 12. Look at the difference. I kept this one just because I love the color of the handle, and I love the handle, and the knot, you know, is Plasan. It's what kicked off this craze with Plasan style knots, but by today's standard, this one is too expensive. However, I still love it, so it's still on my list for 2016 Plasan. And next on my list comes the Wolf Whiskers. This was called the TSC handle that Pete Peter Wolf from Wolf Whiskers made for me. This uses the Nathan Clark Ubersoft, I think, one knot. I do prefer the Plasoft or Plasan knot to this, but this is still a very good knot, and I think they came out with a version 2 that I've never tried that may be very good. But Peter Wolf does absolute stellar work. So if you get a chance to get a Wolf Whiskers brush, put the knot in it you want, try it out. On my list, 2016, Peter Wolf's TSC handle with Nathan Clark knot. And next up comes the Sterling Kong brush. And this particular brush may have set off the craze on Plasan type knots. To my knowledge, it was the first large Plasan type knot that came out that was well priced. This was 20 bucks when it came out, which at the time was absolute steal. Now, by today's standards, of course, now when you're getting it for 10 bucks, you know, that price now is not as great as it was then, but still, this knot, I believe, set off the, you know, the craze for affordable Plasan type knots, and I still love it. I've kept it. Sterling Kong, still on my list, 2016. Next on my list, another excellent value brush, RazoRock Plasoft, just different handle style, same type of knot, that Plasoft fiber, which is just wonderfully priced. I absolutely love this brush, on my list 2016. And last but certainly not least, the Peter Wolf 7Cs handle, again by Wolf Whiskers, and this was an actual Plasan knot that I sent to him to have it put in it, and this was the second Plasan knot that Peter Wolf ever put in a brush, because at the time he didn't know whether he wanted to fool with it. Remember, back then, you know, no one had discovered the sources for these knots, so you had to tear them out of an old brush and put it in a new handle, and Peter Wolf did a magnificent job with this brush. I absolutely love it, and it rounds out my 7 favorite brushes of 2016. And yes, they are all Plasoft type knots, except for the Nathan Clark, which is also synthetic. I use synthetic just because it's my knot. It's what I really enjoy. It lathers up soaps easily. It is carefree, maintenance free, and they are affordable. Believe me, folks, I've been down the road of buying very expensive Badger brushes. I bought all the top names virtually of Badger brushes, and in my view, I wasted a ton of money. Now, you may decide Badger is for you, or even Boar, which is great as well, but I just, for whatever reason, these synthetic plus soft type knots are just what I love, and that's why my list is completely full of them. Thanks as always for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. And remember, until next time, let's make America shave again.